It is the night of the 14th, and this is the night that the werewolves are supposed to start spawning. There's just one small problem. Nobody's reporting seeing any werewolves in the game. If I look on my game here, you will see right there, it's still dusk, although it is pretty dark. Sunset was at 8 o'clock, 8:02 to be exact, and it's pretty dark around here, even though it doesn't look like it on my camera. And I do have an Oddities. Fingers crossed this is a werewolf. Probably not. And it's not, it's an Earthling. So unfortunately, our first high-level Oddities spawn of the 14th turns out to be a false alarm. Now, where did the information for werewolves coming out on full moons plus and minus 2 days? Well, that information came from the beta from Australia and New Zealand, and because it was in New Zealand for probably 2 months and 1 month in Australia, at best we had 2 full moons. At best there were 3 full moons during the beta, most likely probably 2. And look, we're gonna level up to level 24, which is gonna be great. I get a key, brain elixir, dark detector, extimulo potion, healing potion, and then plus 10 gold. All very useful items. Since I'm here at this greenhouse, I might as well drop something down for my neighbors. We'll do some bitter root. We're gonna grow some bitter root, which I think takes a day, right? Oh no, 7 hours, that's nothing. But like I mentioned, on Reddit, on Discord, nobody's talking about all the werewolves that are spawning, and we would anticipate them to be spawning in large numbers. But it's not technically a full moon. If I look at my phone, it's a waxing gibbous moon. Who knows? There was one report of a werewolf out of like New Jersey somewhere, and nobody else. Counting down the minutes until nighttime here, and then I'm gonna do a few laps and see what exactly I can come up with to see, do I find any werewolves? One other thing I want to mention before I head out on my journey. Apparently, between the time I was in Boston and yesterday, horned serpents have started spawning in California. I haven't heard anything about Nevada, and I haven't heard anything about Arizona, but I did have people in California tell me that yes, they were able to find horned serpents. Anecdotally, it seems like they spawn either by riverbeds or by creek beds or in rainy type weather. Again, I don't have anything concrete. I haven't heard of anything in the code that would specify that information. I'm just going off of what my viewers have told me, and that is the latest information that I have. That's enough of me talking. I'm gonna go walk around and see if I can find some oddities. Fingers crossed. I need to find a fortress, and there's nothing here. But fingers crossed that I come across some oddities, maybe some werewolves. It is extremely dark outside now, and if I look at my phone, I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but it still says clear dusk, waxing gibbous moon. Obviously the moon phases are gonna change. But while I am waiting for this to switch over to night so I can look for some werewolves, because they only come out at night, I'm gonna battle some chambers. I'm gonna go Runes Chamber 1, and then I'm going to use an Oddities runestone. All that I have is a single level 3 runestone. Again, just to reiterate what I said in yesterday's video, if you want to watch it, you can catch it here. But one thing that you can do is battle these fortresses with Oddities runestones, because you're going to need the centaur bow, you're going to need the horned serpent eggs in order to complete these tasks and make the best use of the werewolves to prestiging up your registry. Unfortunately, if you're going to go that route, you're going to have a significant amount of runestones. So for 40 coin, you can pick runestones up in Diagon Alley. Highly recommend doing that if you are wanting to move through this as quickly as possible and not waste your once every 28 days or so cycle, if that's what you choose to do. Runestones, I want to say I'm hearing between like 20 and 25% drop rate for either the centaur bow or the horned serpent eggs as far as drop rates go for these fortresses and oddity runestones. Let's see if I got lucky here. I got 4 fragments for a book, and I got a centaur bow, which gives me 4 out of 10, but that gets me a lot closer. So I'm at a 1,000, a 100% drop rate on these. I can also claim that was the last thing I had to do for my daily bonus. So I'm finishing up completing the wizard challenge, collect my 8 coin, done and done. If I look at my screen, okay, now it is officially night. It's a clear night, waxing gibbous moon. In theory, there should be werewolves out. Now, we're gonna hike back over to where we were. I'm not in a high spawn area, so this isn't the greatest place for me to be, but I had to battle the fortress, and I wanted to see if I got a centaur bow, and I did, so yes, that's a win and a win. Now, where are the werewolves? That is the question. All right, this is my first Oddities spawn, my first 2 Oddities spawns, but since I know werewolves are a high threat level, this is my first chance to see. It's a vampire, which, you know, I love the vampires. It's my favorite of all the encounters so far, but it's not a werewolf, which is what I was looking for. So I'm definitely gonna have to watch this. He's gonna wipe his brow like, I feel you right here. See, look at him. The animation is so cool there. I'm gonna knock him out in 2 turns though. And I needed the vampire. I'm pretty sure that might be number 10. Let's see, what fragment? Oh no, that was 13 of 13. Same difference, but instead of the needing 10, I needed 13. So I'm gonna place that image down, which now leaves me ranked up to level 14 for oddities. I'm going to get a rune stone, a level 3 rune stone at that, which I just had success. A level 1 chamber, level 3 rune stone is where I got my centaur bow. And I'm also going to place the vampire sticker. While I'm here, I guess I have 2 Magi Zoology, the baby Niffler. We're going to go ahead and place that. And then, what is this thing? I don't even know what that thing is. I don't ever pay attention. But we have another oddity, and I just know because it's not a high threat level, that it wasn't going to be the one that we're looking for tonight. I am running a brain elixir just in case. XP, and I have a ton of them. I would say make sure you have 6 for community day coming up this weekend. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can't bring out a werewolf. So I'm gonna drop 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna get 3 spawns right off the bat. I should have gotten 3 spawns off the bat. I didn't, but I should have. Maybe I need to walk around a little bit. But I'm gonna just kind of camp right here for the next 30 minutes and see if I can't draw out some werewolves. Maybe they just don't want to come out and play, but maybe the allure of the dark detectors will be too much for them, and we will get some of the elusive. Oh no! Oh, hold on! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up! We have Tom Riddle. I think I've seen 3 now. The first one dined and dashed on me. Dottle draft, done. Also, potent extimulo potion. Now let me just say this. Earlier today, Andrew and I were out and about running around town. If you were on Instagram today, you know where I was. If you don't know where I was, go check it out. It was a pretty cool place. But we saw a Harry Potter. I couldn't, because I was driving, I couldn't play. It ran away on her. That was my first out of 4 attempts for Harry Potter on me. But that was the past. This is now. This is not a great spell for me right here. Incendio, I typically don't do real well on those, and that was like, never had a chance there. This is about as good as it gets with me for Incendio, is the yellowish. And try number 2 is gonna be no good. Just don't run away. Okay, I have 1 more attempt with my Dottle draft and 3 more attempts with my extimulo potion. That was great. That's gonna be no chance. All right, this is why I brew the Dottle drafts. This is the only reason why I have them. So it's foolish of me not to use them if I have an emergency, and I do have an emergency. Never even having a chance. It's not even toying with me, like maybe I'm going to free it. It's been flat out no. But this one is looking not promising at all. We're gonna have to go back with another extimulo potion here. It's gonna get expensive. Luckily, my potions were full, and so I needed to use some anyways. And I'm getting great spell casts. This is looking not good. Nope. Okay. That was a terrible trace, by the way. nothing. More dawdle drafts. I would definitely, in preparation for Community Day, I would definitely brew up some dawdle drafts. Between now and then, I'd have the brain elixirs, make sure you have at least 6, and I would have plenty of extimulo potions. This one's good. Tom Riddle is done, freed. Hopefully I'm not missing all my werewolves because of this, but Tom Riddle is free. I think that's my second. We'll find out here in a second. Yeah, my second out of 15. Did you see all the XP that I got for that too? Ooh, and then the high threat level as well. This is great. Oh, Snape. My catch rate on Snape is probably around maybe 50-50, maybe 60-40. It's not good, whatever it is. Like, a one and done right here. But I got the one that mattered, and so I really can't complain. Gonna camp out here for a little bit and see if I can't find the werewolves, because that's what we're here for. This isn't from my dark detector, but we have another opportunity. We have a high threat level oddity and another vampire. It's not looking good. Due to the lack of werewolf sightings across the US now at this point, since I am on the West Coast, everybody else has had an opportunity in several hours of nighttime, and since not many people are reporting that these are happening, I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's probably not happening plus 2 days. Maybe it's or minus 2 days. So maybe that's the case. Maybe there are no werewolves until the 16th, and then from the 16th maybe you have 2 additional days. I really hope that it's not 1 day only. You have 1 shot to get those, but right now it is definitely looking like 14th was not the day that werewolves started spawning. I don't even know that I can pull oddities off of dark detectors. If you know for fact, leave in the comments below, because I can find that information useful. I know for fact that brilliance will be pulled off of dark detectors. I just don't know specifically about oddities. The wait continues, and we will check back in here in a few minutes and see. My dark detector should be running out here pretty soon. So that's it. I spent about an hour after dark, and after dark I mean not this is Pokey Fodder after dark. No. Talking about after dark in the game. And while I did have several oddity spawns, there were no horned serpents and there were no werewolves, leading me to think that maybe, just maybe, the werewolves on full moon -2 just isn't really going to work out for us. Hopefully we have them on the 16th, because that is officially the full moon. And, you know, I hope we have more than just 1 evening to get out and try to farm 8 werewolves. But if not, who knows? You get to wait for the next full lunar cycle. Anyway, that's all I've got for this one. Let me know in the comments below, did you find any werewolves? Was I just unlucky? And let me know, have you found any horned serpents tonight? That's what I want to know. That's all I've got for this one. So until next time.